Iraqi dirt storms, they're like biblical, man. It's like stuff you see in like the Mummy movie type
or
stuff.
Aladdin, right?
It's wild.
Yeah, it was. You can't hear anything because it's just this rumble of the diesel tank, Amtrak. One of the Amtrackers was like, get out, or like, open the ramp. He's like, the ramp is open. You like put your hand out, you're like, holy shit, the ramp is down. It was so dark that you could not tell if the whole backside of the vehicle was open or not. That's how dark it was. Yeah, they're like, get out. We're like, okay, we get out. So one guy gets out and you just kind of like held on to the guy in front of you. So you didn't like get run over basically. And then one guy would walk out of the vehicle and kind of run his hand down the side of it. And we just laid down all kind of right next to each other. And it was me and another guy. And we just put the bipods down and I just put my helmet. We had a poncho liner, it was like a blanket. And I had me and this other guy and it was cold, windy. And we had this poncho, it was just two of us. And man, we just hugged each other all night long because we were freezing. And you have this 50 cal off this Amtrak. And when you're that close to it and it's on top of you, it's just like your heart skips a beat, right? Because the concussion of it just like shakes your whole diaphragm. And then the lieutenant was back behind us and he started yelling about enemy tanks. I don't know where this all came from. They're like, there's an enemy tank battalion closing in our position. You're like, oh my God, dude, like, you for real? Like, I cannot even see my own feet right now. And you think a bunch of 60-year-old tanks is like coming down on us? That was it. You like,
he's probably hearing that on the radio, I would imagine.
I'm sure somebody's, I mean, it's not making it up, of course, but it's somebody saying something somewhere. I know hopefully the aircraft can see all this stuff because you can't see anything. And then the 50 cal starts shooting and you're like, if the tanks can see stuff, if the tank starts shooting, stuff's real because they have, really cool optics and thermals. They can see stuff. But none of us can. And then you're like, oh, shoot wherever the tanks are shooting. Like, that's where we're going. Yeah, that was a really scary night too. When the sun started to come up, the storm passed, the dude I was snuggled up with all night, he looks at me and he's like, where's the poncho liner? This little blanket we share all night? I'm like, it blew off in the night. I mean, it just was gone.
And I'm sure
it must have gone miles.
I'm sure you guys are like exhausted too, because you're not getting real sleep ever. Even when it's like your turn, like you might get a couple hours, but at some point your brain will probably shut off a little bit to survive, but you know what I mean? Then you're waking up, and so it's...
Yeah, I mean, I remember getting really bad, I call them like blister holes, in your feet, because I don't think I took my boots off for like 6 days. This isn't the type of situation where you get in your sleeping bag, take your boots. No, you literally have your gun and you just put your helmet on and you sleep like this. Because you don't know. You have no idea what you're up against. You just don't know, and you don't want to be the one standing there with no boots on when all hell breaks loose.